Dude, I've just spoke to my mum. She's finally taken my side and alleging against the NHS. I can basically post anything I fucking want now. I can basically allege against anyone I fucking want now without being accused of being a schizophrenic fucking psychosis. Mate, I fucking swear to God, mate. I told everyone this whole time, she's only taking their side so we can fucking sue these cunts. And she's been taking their side, and she's been telling them to up my meds, and basically she's got fucking dementia. And so she's been these nurses and doctors have been taking the side of her, despite the fact she's diagnosed with dementia. Or maybe she's not even diagnosed yet. She's got dementia. She's on, I think she's on tablets for dementia. And so all the times she said that I'm threatening her and this and that. Maybe she's got schizophrenia herself. And I don't have I know I don't have schizophrenia. I know I don't have psychosis. I know I was targeted by a paedophile group in Antwerp, Belgium. And she said, I'm getting you some red cushions and a blanket. It'll make your bedroom better. I said, we need to remove that foam. And so I've got foam between my room and the guy next door because he always coughs and stuff. So I put up the foam and I said, we need to remove the foam, get the paintings of the royal families, the new royal on the wall. I said, I want all my royal characters printed. The men I'll have in the living room and the women will be in the bedroom. I said that would be so expensive to frame because it was £60 per frame last time. She says I can just get cheap frames in IKEA. And I could just spray paint them gold instead of getting the gold one for 60 quid. A good fucking idea. So I do have my gold spray paint. I know a spot in my peasant flat I can spray paint it. Because I can't get into my back door. But that's not going to fucking matter pretty soon. Why? Because I'm not going to be in that fucking peasant flat much longer. Because I've got evidence against the fucking future King of Scotland. Yeah, Roy the Bruce. Looks like it's going to be MattyG's fucking king party, not fucking Roy the Bruce's. Fuck him, mate. And on Valentine's Day, Victory Day, it's not going to be Roy's victory. It's going to be my victory over him. He's an alleged child trafficker. I said that. And everyone said I was schizophrenic. Turns out he's a fake name, lost child paedophile. Part of David Cameron's pig blackmail operation. We need to question Roy the Bruce, who phoned him before he fucking snaked me. I think he's a lost child paedophile, mate. And so I said, it's going to be expensive to frame. I need to start selling my water. She says the foam is for the soundproofing. You can get lots of A4 pics on the other wall. I don't want A4 pics. I want bigger pictures. Maybe I've got so many wives. Maybe they do need to be A4 pictures. I've got like at least 25 wives lined up. While Rory only has one bird, and it's probably to cover up for the fact that he rapes kids on Easter Road. What's going on Easter Road? Why were the police, when they arrested me, talking about what's going on Easter Road? What I was alleging about Easter Road? They were saying how they couldn't wait to drop me off so they could go to Easter Road. What the fuck are they doing on Easter Road? That's what they were saying in the piggy van when I was arrested that time. We're going to find out who those police officers were. I think they were covering up for paedophilia on Easter Road. I think it could be underneath that church that they're doing stuff. So basically, I wrote to her. 23:25 p.m. I just found out this doctor, Dr. Mowat, has been mad bitching about me saying I'm this and that and how I need to be here. I said I've never met her or known she even exists in my life since I've been here. I've been here 3 weeks. I've never met this woman. She's pulling all the strings on the lower down doctors. It's not even the lower down doctors. It's Dr. Mowat, female doctor, I believe. She's been mad bitching about me, according to the guy. So I told my mum. I didn't even know who she is. I said, that Muslim, she's a trainee doctor. That Muslim that's been alleging against me, she's actually a trainee doctor. And she's been getting ordered around by Dr. Mowat. One of the Indian staff, Dr. In, bitching about me every meeting. Apparently I'm the main topic of conversation at these meetings. About how I'm this and I'm that. I'm unable of self-care. But they've actually been stealing my toothbrush and toothpaste, not giving me access to it, saying that I'm not capable of, and that I may put a razor blade and attack one of the staff, which is completely, I'm not a violent person. I've never been arrested for violence in my life. Other than when I scalped Roy the Bruce. Knocked him clean on his arse. Yeah. I said, one of the Indian staff, Dr. In bitching, I'd never heard of her till today. What the hell? We need to arrest her. This is medical fraud. She said, have you met Dr. Moet? This is when I knew she was getting ready to snake. Finally, but she's been sneaking me this whole time. She's only been doing it so she can finally snake the NHS, man. This is the big one. Tomorrow, I'm going to get my order from Amazon, loads of my military gear. I'm going to go home as a free man for once. No fucking more medicine. No more injections. No more being told what to do by paedophiles. Never again in my life. This is the victory day today, 5th of February 2026. British Independence Day. Oh, Scottish Independence Day. But Scotland's being independent as a part of Great Britain and the Commonwealth. Not like what Rory wanted. He wanted us to leave and go to war with the English in a fake war to kill lots of Scottish people so that he could have more bitches. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to stay united. And we're going to team up against these Rothschild pedophiles and against Israel. Yeah. And we're not going to go down like fucking Hitler. Because these Jews, these fake Jews have no fucking say. And there's white hats already in Tel Aviv scheming against these cunts. She said, have you met her in your life? I said, never in my life. She's been slandering me non-stop, the guy said. He was stunned that we've never met. He was literally speechless. And he said she was saying horrible things every meeting about me. I said, we need the police involved. He said, what horrible things? How I'm incapable of self-care and delusional about the royal family Rothschild paedophile network. She said, you did smell at the tribunal. Are you showering regularly? I said, I'm not allowed deodorant, toothbrush, or toothpaste. Why not? Not even the roll-on. I said, in case I put a razor blade in the toothbrush or swallow all the toothpaste in a suicide attempt. I'm worth 200 million euros. 2 French castles worth 100 million euros each. We need to get them valued. They're probably worth more. But they're going to get dropped 80% of current value. So I need to get more castles and palaces, which I will on the 14th. I'm going to fuck Hannah Lang, mate. 13 generations Bruce on her mum's side. Criminal, mate. Rory's 5 generations. He told me himself. Why did they change their name? He's allegedly in English, changed their name to infiltrate us. We're going to find out. He said 5 gen. I want this all on camera. I'm going to record it right in his fucking private face. Why does he need to be so private? Why doesn't he want to be famous? Why does he keep taking me down whenever I try and make him too famous? Why does he need to hide behind the curtain? Is it because he's a child trafficker and everybody's been close with knows? Laurie knows. His ex Laurie knows. 100%. We're going to question her. Why did she leave him? Is it because he's a paedophile? Why didn't she respect him? Why was she posting ass photos all over online if he's meant to be future King of Scotland? She must have known that he's going to get taken down. That he's been up to weird stuff. Who would cheat on future King of Scotland? Only someone that knew something weird was up. No one's ever cheated on me, as far as I'm aware. I've had dozens of girlfriends. So like, I said, yeah, so I might swallow all the toothpaste in a suicide attempt. I said, this is beyond criminal. Before it was just criminal. Now it's beyond criminal. She says, I don't think you'd die from a tube of toothpaste. I said, exactly. She just doesn't want me brushing my teeth so she can claim that I'm incapable. Please call 999. She says, you'll be home sooner if you start taking the oral meds. I said, call the police. No way. This is illegal. She says, look, delusional about the network. She says, obsessed, not delusional. I said, I need her arrested. Obsessed isn't a legal disease. She says, autistic obsession, my sister says. I said, but they're claiming that I'm schizophrenic. So this is a false accusation. I need a private doctor to investigate me, not a paedophile doctor. I said, the NHS are clearly all rapists. She says, you have the treatment. The treatment they're going to give you is the same, whether it's personality disorder, autism, or schizophrenia, with your depot. I said, no, weed is okay with autism. It's only schizophrenia and psychosis I can't get my weed prescription. I'm completely misdiagnosed. You need to phone 999 right now. I want to go home tomorrow after my Amazon stuff arrives. I've got loads of Amazon stuff. I've spent 800 quid on Amazon clothes for the first time in my life. Balling out on clothes, right? She says, I'm off to bed. I'm not going to phone the police tonight. I said, I'll let you know tomorrow when it's delivered. 5 years of my life have been destroyed for these NHS for no reason. They've lied to you and manipulated you to allege against me. I said, tomorrow's going to be amazing. Whoever said that is King of India for this. I'll finally get to interrogate people with the police, not as my own department of a branch off of the police, with the police. Judith, when she starts alleging against people, the police will take her side. They always do. They always have. I don't know who she is. She's too powerful. And so she's been using that against me this whole time. Now she's going to be using it for me. And the police will need to shut up and listen. Because we need to arrest Kelly Ryan over this. I'll finally get to interrogate who's telling her to make these allegations against me. And Dr. Banderi. And Adam Ross, my CPN. And who's blackmailing these people, and why are they so susceptible to blackmail? What have they done that they're so easy to blackmail? Dr. Thomas laughed in my face when I suggested Prince Andrew was in the Epstein files. I want to interrogate him with my police. I'm working with the police now. What the fuck? Dude, look how I'm dressed, dude. I'm gonna have to get my military gear on tomorrow. Mary's Royal Military. I said Rory was talking in paedophile code words in front of his ex, in front of me, asking if I remembered the cheese pizza I had on Easter Road one time. I was like, that's weird he would say that, because I've never even had the real physical, no. So he was trying to set me up in front of her, probably on a secret recording. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I swear on my life. Right? This is why he's been taking so much crack, dude. Because he must be shit scared of me. Why did she leave Rory? Is it because he's a child trafficker? I want to also speak to his bird from Hull. Why does this King of Scotland have a English bird? I don't have any English birds, mate. Not that I know of. She said, you need to take a lorazepam and go to bed. I said, okay, good night. I said, I'm not even needing one. I'm not even angry. I'm just disappointed and excited. It's finally time for you to bring down these NHS like you did to JRB. This woman, Zara Morris, who said, I'm not King of Scots. She allegedly raped kids to get her job. I want it all recorded for the Angus Cameron files. Rory's only 5 Jen Bruce. Hannah Lang is 13 Jen Bruce. We're going to the fucking moon. Bro, when the people see me and I'm working with the police, anything I shout, we're going to the moon. See you guys next time.